Hi everybody, Susie here, just another beauty guru. Yes, I am dressed for Halloween. These are actually pajamas and they're super soft and silky. You can get them at the ultra exclusive Walmart. Yes, I said it, Walmart. No, this is not what I'm wearing for the day, but it is what the mood I'm in. So let's get to playing with some makeup. Oh, you can see my mirror and my messy desk. How lovely is that for me? Okay, let's push this back a little. There you go. You can still see it. Okay. Well, as you can see, I'm in a colorful mood today. I'm always in a colorful mood. So let's get started. First, I want to say I'm really sorry if I've offended anybody out there in the LGBTQ community for saying that I support Snoop Dogg. What I support is a child's right to be a child. So when they said that he was saying he was anti-LGBTQ because he wanted kids to be kids, what I heard was he just wanted kids to be kids. The same goes for if there's like straight sexual content. Kids don't need any type of sexual content in their programming. Now, if there's a gay person or an LGBTQ person and they are in the video, of course they should be there. It's normal. But I'm not anti LGBTQ and I don't support that rhetoric at all. I wholly don't support that. I just mean kids don't need sex in their content. And sometimes I'm seeing this stuff and they're showing sex in the content, not like the actual sex itself, but things that are kind of adult and don't need to be in there, period. And that's all I was aiming for with that. I had had no intention of upsetting the LGBTQ community in any way, shape, or form, or look at any rhetoric that is against that. I don't I don't condone it. I don't wish it on anyone to be anti. I think love is love. Love is not a character defect. Who you are is who you are. You do what makes you feel good on the inside. Me, I do makeup. That's my thing. I love to play with the makeup. And I wouldn't tell anybody not to play with makeup if that was their thing. Just like if your thing is not straight, then you're just not straight. And that's okay too. I I hope I made myself clear with that. That being said, hi Ember, hi Deontay. I miss you guys so much. I got to spend a whole week with my grands. It was wonderful, my little grandbabies. Oh my gosh. My poor little man. Thank you all for the prayers. Had that horrible, horrible surgery. But Mama says she's happy with it. I just almost feel like they released him too early because Christ Almighty, today's medicine is so advanced and amazing. But for everything that they did, and they released him already, and it's just like, me, myself, I would have said stay, 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 period, for 2 weeks. That being said, however, he is doing remarkably well. He is just a trooper through and through. He is my hero. I love, love, love that kid so much. And I'm so glad he's okay. They were going in and thinning out the wall of his heart. And it wasn't pretty, and what they had to do. And the doctor said that's the worst case he's ever had. And so he was only able to clean out a third of what he wanted to clean out. So he's still only working at a 50% on the left side with the gradient thickness. It's still only at 50%. That being said, that's the best it's been his entire life. We were hoping for better. We were hoping for a miracle, really. And we got one because he survived and he's home and everything is working out beautifully. He is running, which he's not supposed to do. He's, scaring the shit out of Mom. He wants to play. He wants to do more. And he's 8. He wants to play, what can you do? You can, the best you can. And that's what she's doing. And I'm so grateful that everything turned out beautifully. Will he need this procedure again? Probably, but hopefully for not another 8 years. It took, with the medication that they had him on, it took 8 years to get to the point where he finally needed surgery. So let's just hope that we can keep it at bay for a while and buy him some time to be a kid, because that's what he needs right now. Time to be a kid. If you can't tell, purple is probably my favorite color. Purple. I just love all colors, but I love the way purple looks on my eyes, so I always am drawn to it. Right now, I'm using the Gourmand Girls Haunted palette. I need another color, though. Keeping with the theme, I'm going to go into the Calavera palette, also by the Gourmand Girls. They just released a new Halloween palette called Trapped. I'm so stoked. I hope I can get it. But I'm going to go into this pinky color here. Yeah, let's do some of that pinky color on the inside, shall we? Don't you love my descriptions? The pinky color. I've got to clean my brushes, y'all. I've got to. I've had them out in Kansas City with me, and luckily I had my color switch. But still, my brushes need a good cleaning. Tati Westbrook has just relaunched her new line. And her new brand is now going to be called Details by Tati. She used to have a makeup line called Tati Beauty. And sorry about that. I couldn't think of it for a minute. And what happened was she went in with an investor and they had a falling out, and he was upset. Something about the Halo Beauty part that she had done, which was pills, the kind that make you feel good on the inside. I don't know what they're called. Supplements. Oh, for the love, Susie, for the love. She was in a supplement company, and he was mad at her, and he sued her for starting Tati Beauty, and she had to put it all on hold. And it was a 4-year battle. I can't imagine, but she pulled through, settled the battle, and now she's got her own line again, and nobody can take that from her. And I'm really, really happy to hear that. I love to see stuff like that happen. And she's not doing with investors this time. It's just her. And what she started out with was a set of brushes. And man, let me tell you, good set of brushes. BK Beauty does great brushes as well. They're about the same ballpark price as BK Beauty. If you want to just try 1 or 2 brushes, I would say go to BK Beauty, because you can order just 1 or 2 brushes. They're like 20, 25 bucks a piece. But they're quality, and they will last and last and last. Like Like, see, mine are chipping because they're this just cheap $2 brushes, you know, but you know, it's what I could get when I got them. But if you want to invest in good quality brushes, they're going to run you about $25 a piece, or you can get a set of like 7 for like $130, which is what Tati has. She's got them as a set, 7 in a set for $133.25, and that's a good price. But are they quality? That's the thing. Now she's claiming, of course, they're quality. She's selling it like a QVC, but I would trust to buy it if I had the $133. But honestly, my money goes to my makeup. So I keep buying more palettes. So we'll see. I might get brushes, but I really love the launches. The Nomad Cosmetics just came out with the Witch City Salem palette. And God, that's gorgeous. And I just, I'm going back in with that purple from the Haunted palette to get me some purple back, because that peak really overtook that quite a bit, more than I expected. But yeah, so there's a lot of great launches, a lot of great makeup coming out in the indie community in America. Lethal Cosmetics is about to launch something, but they are out of Germany, unfortunately. And I don't know if they're able to still ship to the United States, or if we have to eat that 40% cost. You know, you're going to have to worry about that. That's one thing Tati Beauty's doing, though, too, is free shipping in the United States with every order. So yeah, you'll just have to pay the tax, and that's it. Free shipping is awesome to be able to do in the continental United States. I like that. Everything doesn't have to be duochrome, Susie. But I like it. Oh, man. I'm digging these two purple colors of the shimmers in the Calavera palette. There's one called Unity and one I can't read. And then there's this one in here I can't read in the Haunted palette. See, it looks kind of green, but it's purple over here. Yeah, it's purple to me, so it's a duochrome, so it's going to come out greenish. What to do. First things first, we're going to get our NYX glitter glue, shall we? Boy, I tell you what, this glitter glue really does make a difference. Ooh, do I want to go with the, I want to go with, I'm going to go in with Unity. That's that pretty duochrome, shifting from blue to purple. And we're going to put it on the outer part. And this one's out of the Gourmand Girls Calavera palette. I got super lucky last year. I actually got onto the website, and they had a deal for $45. You got both these palettes, and they both run $50 a piece. So I was like, hell to the yeah. And I grabbed them. I don't know if they still have the Haunted and the Calavera palette on their website, because they're coming out with a whole new spooky line for this fall. And it's starting with Trapped. And Trapped can actually be a collection. The palette is $54. But you can get the collection, which has, now they have 14 different lipsticks. But it'll have 2 lipsticks and a highlighter. And they've got 2 different highlighters. So it's a gamble, because you don't know which 2 you're going to get. And you'll get the whole PR box. It'll be $106. Separately, that runs like $120. But if you use code Allie or Glitter Fallout, you'll get 15% off that. So it'll be like $90, which isn't too bad for today's prices. All right, what are we going with next? All right, we're going in with this duochrome because I'm feeling it. It's just calling me, y'all. I had this pretty purple color. I have this pretty pinky color, but this, that kind of looks green with the purple. Matches my shirt, y'all. I love it. Oh, man. I hope y'all like makeup as much as I do. Because if not, what are you doing here? This channel's all about makeup, y'all, and I just can't get enough. Okay, so tomorrow I have a wedding to go to. Yes, I will tone it down, but my friends don't care. They love my makeup. They're sweethearts. And I'm super stoked because I had 2 other friends that got married and I was supposed to go to their weddings and I didn't get a chance to. And Grace and Brendan, I'm so sorry that I missed your wedding. And Rich and Jan, I'm so sorry that I missed your wedding. I really, really wanted to go. But unfortunately, something had come up and we weren't able to go to either of those 2. And so it's not something that, you know, we're preferring this people over you. It's not true. It's just circumstances were what they were. Like if Deontay was still in the hospital, I wouldn't be able to go to Joe and Carissa's wedding either. Joe and Carissa are getting married. Woo! So excited for them. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love my friends so much. And I'm just so excited to be a part of their blessed day. And you know, life is good. Life is good. Oh, y'all, I got this. The Grippy Serum from Maybelline. It was like $12 because I ran out. And, you know, I'm kind of boycotting the ELF right now. And so, yeah, I couldn't do their Grippy Serum. So I've been doing this one. And so far, so good. And, yeah, it's got 2% niacinamide. It wears up to 24 hours. And it adds an adhering base that will make the makeup stick better to your skin, which is good. And let me tell you, primers really do work because I didn't put primers on Amber when we were doing makeup in Kansas City. And her eyeshadow just came straight off while mine stayed on. And we did the same thing. You know, she's a little girl, though. And so she did a lot of this. She did a lot of this. I didn't do that with my makeup. And it stayed on all day. It was beautiful. But primers definitely help. It stops the sparkle from creasing in my eye. Oh, I just love it. So, yeah, NYX is a really good glitter glue. There are more out there that work just as good. I know another good primer is from Sigma, their eye base, but that's like $30, y'all. And $35 is what I hear now, but it's a really good one. You can also use concealer, but my concealer is expensive, so I'm going to save it for concealer. But yeah, get a primer on your eyes, especially if you have oily eyelids like I do. You definitely need a primer. A lot of influencers will say they don't use primer on their eyes, and then will say that their eyes just naturally crease. Mine crease too, but it creases a lot less. And I can show you a wear test. I'll upload one this afternoon or this evening and show you how my makeup is sitting on my face still. And it lasts all day. It lasts all day, y'all. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. I won't be wearing this shirt. This is a pajama shirt. She's bougie. Really, the question is how bougie is she going to be today? Oh, NARS. You know what? The weather's wonderful. So I am going to use the NARS. The NARS is a natural radiant long wear foundation. Radiant means it's going to get dewy and shiny on your face. So you'll need to touch up if you're oily like me. The shiny part, I think it's the foundation, because It says radiant on here. That means it's for drier skin. And I've got oily combination skin. So I think today would be a good day to use this one. And I'll mix it with my Lumi Matte. Second bottle, almost gone. Good Lord. But y'all know I do this every day. I just don't film every day. Because, well, for one, my phone is what I film on. And gosh, I use a lot of product. And every day I have to get ready for work. And when I'm getting ready for work, I can't have my work shirts on, which is what I wear when I'm getting ready for work. But I can't have them on in the video. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that whole thing where it shows where I work and stuff. So that being said, I do suppose I could come in here with jammies on, videotape in the morning, and change my clothes, and then do an afternoon one if I change my shirt out real quick. But I had done a couple where I did a wear test. Oh, I can do that today. I can show you the wear test today with Urban Decay and Essence. Because I had to take that video down because I was wearing the shirt for work. But I can show you the Essence wear test and how Urban Decay and Essence are basically the same thing. They really, really are. I love it because I love Urban Decay. It's really good stuff. And if they were to go on sale for like 12 bucks, I would totally buy it, you know, yeah. But Essence is only $5 and it's like, fuck the dumb. It works just as good. I'll show you today. Hold on. Sorry about that. I forgot to dampen my sponge. Had to go do that. So how is everybody doing? I have had such a blessed week. I spent it at the hospital with my grandbaby. And, well, with both of them. So I was there to give Mom breaks. Dad showed up a couple of times. And the frustrating part was a couple of things. One, he came up, we had transferred the baby out of ICU into a regular room, and he came up with his beautiful wife. I just love her. She's so sweet. She's a really nice lady, but they have two little ones, and by little I mean like a 1-year-old and a 6-month-old. Adorable, adorable. I love kids, you know, and especially when they're not mine. I have all the patience of Job. I'm telling you, it's amazing because they're not mine. And then more family came up. Cousins, babies. At one point, there were 7 children in the room. Now, my grandson was still struggling because they still have him on sedations and stuff because they want to stay on top of the pain. This type of surgery required the cracking of all of his ribs, and the cut went down the front. So he's not with it. He's not my grandson, you know, he's still kind of all groggy and whatnot, and all these kids are in the room, and people are just like it's a party, like it's a quinceañera or something, and I just felt like my grandbaby, he probably isn't going to remember a single bit of it. And I felt like he needed some privacy in his state. That being said, the visits really, they didn't stay long. The kids were very well behaved that were there. You know, they probably didn't want to be there because it's a hospital and there's nothing they can do but stand there. But it was very sweet, the love that was poured out to my grandson. And then they were gone. And then I stayed every day with my daughter, giving her breaks. I let her go get a shower. She sat up there for 30 hours. I tell you, when I tell you I've got a strong daughter, that girl was there 30 hours straight, no sleep, no bath, nothing, waiting for her baby. And you know, I had little Ember with me, and I used to hate it. I used to hate it when my kids would do this to me. Get back here. Get back here. Listen to me. Listen to me. I said, listen to me. You tell them over and over and over, and then you yell. Well, why are you yelling at me? You know, and I used to hate that. Hate that. But then when there was someone else, oh no, they behaved just fine. No, they didn't cry at all. No, they did great. I love that feeling for me. My granddaughter was awesome. Awesome. She would start to get riled up and rowdy when it was nap time. When she was tired, that's when she would act like that. And it'd be like, get up here and sit down. Get up here and sit down. Get up here and sit down. No, it's okay. You can get up here and sit down. I don't want to. I know you don't want to, but get up here and sit down. Get up here and sit down. And let me tell you, I am a very good grandma because I didn't have to yell at her. I threatened to swat her butt, and then she'd get up and sit down because I would. I will swat you on the butt. That's not going to hurt you. But she didn't want me to, you know. And mommy wasn't there for her to run to and cry to. And that girl would take a nap for me like nobody's business. And I enjoyed every minute of it. And mommy would be so frustrated and be like, she doesn't do that for me. You know, and yeah, I remember those days when my kids wouldn't act right for me, but would act right for other people and not act a fool and not be all whiny and up my butt, you know. And she was my little shadow, and I had a whole makeup bag for her. And my daughter was like, she doesn't need that. I know she doesn't, but she's going to want to play. And I'm not going to play with my makeup and not let her play with makeup. So she destroyed a couple of palettes of mine, but I gave them to her, and I expected that to happen. That being said, they didn't get destroyed right away. No, 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 no. This little girl tried very hard, but she would go like this to put makeup on. And I had to show her to hold her lids like this. It was so sweet because, you know, that's not something you know how to do as a kid. You just scrunch your little eye right up, you know, and she had so much patience waiting for me to finish my makeup, because the first thing she would do is, like, she took this big blush brush, big old blush brush like this one. This is the one she used. I gotta wash this like crazy. And she put it in the eyeshadow, and then she put it all over her face. So then when I went to go grab my blush brush, because I had specifically given her a set of brushes for herself, I had to use my blush brush on her so that she could have proper blush on. Oh, but she was so well. She behaved so well for me, you know, and she'd wake me up every morning. It was time to go get breakfast because the hotel had free breakfast. Abu. God, I miss that kid. In fact, yesterday they came by on their way home and stopped to do laundry. And Amber didn't want to go home. And, you know, I'm getting ready to go to Wichita tomorrow. So I was telling my daughter, she could stay here till Saturday and I'll just bring her to you on Saturday. She was not having it. She wanted her baby back. When I tell you, I am so blessed. I have an amazing daughter who got through a most horrifying of surgeries. My grandson made it out beautifully. We are very pleased with the results. And yeah, everything worked out. So thank y'all for the prayers and the love and the kindness and the support, because it really, really, really helped. It really did, you know. And my poor husband, we've never been apart since we've been together. And he's usually attached to me by the shoulder. But I was so proud of him. Not only did he work out in his workout room, but while I was gone, he practiced with this cane. We got to go a week from today back up to Alpha Point to train. And they iterated and iterated and iterated how very, very important it is for him to practice with that cane every day. And that is something he just doesn't really want to do. But he did it. And he practiced with it outside by himself. And, you know, in our gated backyard so that he wouldn't get lost. But yeah, he took it out and he practiced. And he punched that bag. And, you know, he's feeling pretty good. He's got some good exercise. Exercise releases endorphins. It's hard to be depressed when you're happy from endorphins from exercise. And he's feeling pretty good. He's like, my arms feel better. I can feel them building up. And I'm just like, hell to the yes. Yes. That's awesome. You know what? The more I use this, the more orangey I think it leans, doesn't it? Yeah. I need to get me one that isn't so orangey. I only got this one because it was on sale for $3. I got to stop doing that. You get what you pay for. You know what I mean? I did order some skin cleanser and some more makeup wipes because I'm down to my last makeup wipe. But, yeah, that's okay. I had to use them on Ember a lot. Do we want more pinky? I wish I could order from Cosmic Brushes again because, God, these are good. These are really good. I know eventually the tariffs will lift and we'll be able to go back to buying our makeup. The problem is, and I posted a video, I reposted a Jen Love video, the problem with the tariffs. And she explained extreme what they are. And the reason the president, I didn't vote for him, put the tariffs in place, there's good reason. Don't get me wrong, I don't approve of him, but I understand the reason. See, I have an open mind today, and I can say, oh, I get it now. Because everybody's ordering from Shein and Temu, and there's this policy in place where if you're sending less than $800 worth of product, you don't have to worry about tariffs. So everybody's ordering off of Shein and Temu, you know, because it's like a fucking garage sale for shit you don't need, but you're ordering it anyways, right? I'm guilty. I've done it. And so they're sending millions and millions and millions of packages across every day without having to be charged for those tariffs. So he lifted that and said, no more. It's not personal, but it is affecting my makeup. And I didn't think about that, you know. That's something I didn't think of. So, you know, he's really trying to stick it to China, which is okay. China's not our enemy or anything by any ways. But he's really trying to bring in income to the United States. And okay. Don't fuck with my makeup, though. God damn it. So, I think Lemonatrix is going to have a warehouse here in America and open a warehouse so that they can ship a bunch of product at a time, have it in America so that if you're ordering from Glaminatrix, it'll just come straight from here and you won't have to worry about the tariffs. I'm not sure how many other of my indie brands are going to be able to do that, but the problem is, you know, a lot of these indie brands, they have one owner. They don't have an umbrella company like L'Oreal helping support them. And a lot of them are female owned brands. And so I support female owned brands. Come on, girl, get your money, get your hustle on. And it's a good product. Very good product. I'm so grateful Gourmand Girls is in the United States, out of Texas. I'm so grateful Glamlight is too. That little girl, if you do a deep dive on her, what is her name? I can't think of her name right now. She is amazing. Amazing. I'm like so impressed by these kids that are coming up with makeup. One size is out of America. Patrick Starr. Oh my God, he's amazing. Oh, I love them so much. Oh, his story. Girl. I get heavily invested in my brands and where they came from. You know, they're vegan, they're cruelty free, they're responsibly produced, and they're a price that I can afford. You know, they're not Louis Vuitton, dumbass. They're good. That being said, yeah, it messes with me because Lethal Cosmetics is about to come out with a Halloween thing that they're teasing, but they're out of Germany. And it's like, how am I going to get that? How am I going to get my hands on that? You know? But if you look on Lethal Cosmetics website, every one of their palettes is sold out. I mean, that's how good it is. That's how good it is. So, you know, I love my palettes so much, and they give me so much joy. Look at how beautiful my eyes look. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. I love it. I love it. I hope you guys love it too, because I love it. And if you're watching, then you must love something about makeup or me. And thank you. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Hold while I put my eyebrows on. Shout out to Manny MUA for this song. I'm back and the brows are on. No, he says brows are filled. But I love that. I love Manny MUA. They're amazing. They are also an indie brand owner out of America, and it's a Latino-based company. Gourmand Girls, excuse me, is a Latina-based, and I am a Latina, and so I support my Latin-based brands. Lunar Beauty just came out with some bronzers. Maybe I'll pick one of them up. They're $25, but you get a lot of product in it. More so than some of these other ones. So, and they're not orange based, they're a cool tone base. So maybe I will save up some money and do that. I just ordered the Bioma facial cleanser. So I'm excited to tell y'all how that works. Oh, you know what else I got? I picked up a Lash Princess from Essence, but I got the Morphe Sugar Pie color pencil for the lips. $6 at Ulta. When I tell you, I've been looking for this for a while. This color, stunning. She needs sharpened. Hold on. Let me sharpen her. I like the ones you sharpen there. They last really well. This one lasts all day long. All day long. See? Very pretty color. That's Sugar Pie. And she works with the beautiful pink tones. She works with the beautiful red tones. She works, you know. And so, yeah, it's $6. It's more than the ELF, but we're not trying to use the ELF. Now, a lot of people complain that brand, the $2 lip pencils, don't last all day. I've not had a problem with that. They lasted. We'll let this set and show you what I mean. But let's, yeah, do this. I haven't even powdered yet. I'm creasing. I'm creasing. Don't know why I'm filming this. I'm so bad at lining my lips. Hold. Tell you what, this glides on just beautifully. It doesn't pull or tug. Morphe is really making a comeback with their brand. They got new owners. And this is kind of a buildable color. You know, it builds up a little bit. But what I like about Ulta and being able to go in there is that you can actually test. They have testers that you can test. This one hasn't set up yet. But they have testers that you can test to see the color on your skin. If that's, because it doesn't always come up the same color. Look at that. You see what I mean? It's a different color. It's darker. And this is too light. The color that's on this is too light. But I really like the way it looked on my skin. So let me get my Revlon number 016 Misty. It's called Misty. See? And it's got this beautiful little pink bullet. Nice pinky nude color. Because I want my eyes to be the point of focus today. I know that a lot of people do their lips the very, very last. There is no right or wrong way to apply makeup. You apply how it's comfortable to you. I haven't, I don't know if you can see, but it's creasing right here and right here because I never set. So let me work these creases out. And then we'll set. But I have wrinkles big time under my eye, so I just don't want creasy makeup in there where it's all cakey looking. But, you know, at my age, I'm going to have wrinkles. Unless I get work done. And I don't have the money for that kind of thing. And I'm not throwing shade at those who do. You do you, man. Because if I had the money, trust and believe, I would have my eyes done. I would not have these wrinkles. I would look a lot younger than I do. But, yeah, I wouldn't have this divot. I wouldn't have this here. This ages me too. I would get work done if I could afford it. I would. Why? Because that's just who I would be, you know? That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with people who get work done. I'm not upset at anybody who, you know, wants to feel better about themselves. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. You know, death, I'm scared of it because there's so much I haven't done in my life and because I don't want to leave my children. And so the more I age, the more I feel closer to my mortality. You know what I mean? And that's a tough one. That's a tough one. It gets tougher the older I get, and that's okay. That's my journey. That's what I'm going through, you know? But I was sharing this yesterday in a meeting that I'm grateful for my life today. I'm grateful for what I've been through. You know, I wouldn't recommend a divorce to anybody. I wouldn't recommend going through what I went through with my ex-husband to anybody. The truth is, he went through it too. And, you know, I was a villain in his story just as much as he was a villain in mine. Now, that being said, you know, I have to make peace with my past. And that also being said, here's the thing. If it wasn't for going through what I went through, I wouldn't be with my husband today, who I'm with today. Everything aligned just right so that I could be with him today. And I am so grateful because he supports me like nobody in my life ever has. And by supporting, I mean, he, for fuck's sake, bought me a ring light for Christmas and 3 makeup palettes so that I could get started doing these videos. It's not a waste of money to him, where, you know, my ex-husband, it was a waste of money to him. Movies were just that. They didn't mean anything. They meant a lot to me. I grew up in Hollywood. Movies were huge, and I wanted to do special effects makeup. And so to watch the movies and watch the special effects evolve and evolve, and now it's CGI and AI, but before it was actually talent with people with a brush doing this number and painting makeup on faces and making them look alien and making animatronics and doing the Terminator. Oh my God, that face on that alien was amazing. That's what I wanted, you know, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to play with makeup my whole life, you know, and it wasn't a waste. And it, you know, so what if that's not real? So what if in the action movie and the guy's car goes 150 feet in the air and lands and keeps on driving, and that's not how it would really happen in real life? The point of a movie is to escape reality for just a few minutes so that you can just put a smile on your face and have some fun. Hello. I mean, it's just it's not a reality check. It really isn't. Man, this is looking pretty good, y'all. Pretty good. Now, you know, I still have to do my under eyes. I can't go without my under eyes being done, but I do want to put a little bit of this NYX Butter Gloss. The Butter Gloss. And this one is in Creme Brulee. I love this color. It's beautiful. It's a little pricey, but I like it. I'm so glad I don't smoke. My lips are starting to get the crinkles on the tops, and they'd be so much worse if I were a smoker. Oh my God. Bet I don't smoke. That looks really good. I'm looking good. I'm liking this. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go into the Haunted palette for my under eye. And let's see. I got me a nice little kind of clean brush. We're going to color switch it and make sure. Oh, yeah. See, the Morphe, it doesn't set up. Look, it bleeds. But I will do a checkup, show you how it's holding up, if it holds up. But there are a lot of lip liners out there that do set up, and they don't bleed like that. They'll sit up and hold their shape. So I got to do more shopping. Yeah, I have to stop by and see the kids on Saturday. The wedding isn't until 5 or 6, so we're going to leave around 10:30 in the morning and head to Wichita and visit with my middle child, who just got a house. And then we're going to go visit with my daughter and grands, because I told them, 1, that I would, and 2, I need my books back. She's got my entire ACOTAR series without the last. Okay, so this is my Urban Decay. This is in the shade Perversion. See, can you still see? No, you can barely see the AI right there for Urban Decay. But this is my Urban Decay. I'm going to put it on this side. Beautiful. And then I had to get a new Essence Stay and Play in the color Black Raven, color 01. Now my eyes water a lot, but I will refrain from reapplying just so that I can show you the true wear time of both of these. Oh, God, that looks good. Hi, everybody. It is now 12:32 p.m. So I will leave this on all day. And let's do a check-in at the 6-hour mark at 6:32. That sounds good. So all I got left to do is put on my Essence Lash Princess. Boy, I love the Maybelline Surreal Falsies, but that is so hard to take off. I mean, you have to rub and rub and rub your lashes to get it off. It takes an act of God. This stuff stays on all day, and it comes off beautifully with my cleansing balm. You use a cleansing balm, and you can get a good 4-ounce tub of it for like 11 bucks. It's a makeup eraser, and the one I use is from Garnier. It works beautifully. Takes everything off, but you have to wash your face afterwards because the cleansing balm is essentially an oil that removes all this tough makeup. And so you want to double cleanse. So I'm excited because I'm going to get my Bioma cleanser. I've never tried anything from Bioma, and I'll let you know how it works. I know so far I'm really happy with this Maybelline Grippy Serum. It's only $12. Let's see if I can show you the Grippy Serum. Yeah. And like I said, I am super happy with my Morphe. Where did it go? It was right here. Here she is. My Sugar Pie color. And I'll let you know how that goes. You know, I hadn't noticed if the lip liner went off because when I'm wearing my Soloist from my CoverGirl exhibition, this stays on 24, you know, it stays on. It doesn't move. I can eat and everything and it doesn't move. My other lipsticks come off when you eat. It ruins your lips. It just does. So, but this will stay on. And so I don't notice if the liner goes because this is darker than the liner. And it doesn't bleed out of your lips. It doesn't bleed out into the corners or anything. It just stays on beautifully. So that being said, this is a very good product. I ordered it off of Amazon because they don't sell it in the stores. But this color Soloist is like one of my favorite all-time colors. I wear it all the time. Y'all see me put it on all the time. Look at that. It's a brick reddish brown. Oh, love it. I've also got a nude color, but for some reason this comes on really, really dry. But this stays on all day too. But it's really, really dry when I put it on. But look at that color. Isn't that pretty? But these are only like $9 and they'll stay on your lips all day long. I love them. Let me see. Aren't they pretty? So pretty. But today I went with the pinky color from Revlon. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your support. Like I said, I'm sorry if I offended anybody with my thing about Snoop Dogg. Now, I haven't read exactly that he said anything anti-LGBTQ. What I read he said was that he didn't approve of the sexual content in the kids' programming of the LGBTQ. Now, What was he referring to? I don't know. I really don't. I just was trying to say that I agree with that, and sexual content, whether it be straight sexual content or LGBTQ, shouldn't be in there. People shouldn't be, I mean, kids 5 years old don't need to be seeing that kind of stuff. Now, if he's talking about because there was a gay guy on the show or a trans or whatever, then of course they can see that. That's ridiculous. It's normal. There's nothing abnormal about it. Um, so I just wanted to reiterate again that I'm not anti-LGBTQ, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't offend anybody with that. Because I've seen a lot of backlash that he's getting, and I've seen people get backlash, and I've done dives as to what exactly was said, and it was inappropriate. The backlash shouldn't have happened. I've seen it go the wrong way. So I'm a huge Snoop Dogg fan. That being said, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, but I do not agree with J.K. Rowling and her viewpoints. And to me, those are two different things. Yeah, the bitch wrote Harry Potter. That was something that was very special to my family. But I do not agree with her viewpoints, and neither do the kids that played in the movies. And I've read what she said. And I was just like, when I first heard, I thought, well, surely not, because she had LGBTQ in the shows, Dumbledore's gay. Why would there be an anti stance on it? And then I read more and I was like, well, I guess she does feel that way, so people feel what they feel. You can't get me to not like Harry Potter. That was the one thing me and my mom got to do together. That was the one thing me and my oldest daughter got to do together. And we lived through a time where the books were brand new and we got to see them all released. And the magic that came out of it was so much fun. It was something we all read together. We opened the book, read it out loud to each other, and we were engulfed in it. So that's what I'm saying. This ACOTAR series, the Court of Thorn and Roses, my daughter and I haven't been excited about a book series since Harry Potter until this ACOTAR series came out from Sarah J. Maas. If you have not read A Court of Thorn and Roses, the second book's better, but the first book will grip you. And there's 5 books in the series right now, and I know she's writing more, and I'm so excited. So it was a lot of fun. I read it out loud to my husband, and we couldn't put it down. We were having so much fun with it. And so, yeah, if you're looking for something to do with your significant other, read a book out loud to each other. Don't just sit there and be in your own little world with it. Like, pick something out and try it. See if you like it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a bonding experience that you just don't get any other way. My mom never read to us as children. So I was reading to my daughter the book. And one day when I closed the book, I heard from the other room, my mom hollered, "I was listening to that." So my mom started reading the books with us, but I would not read the books without Adriana with me because she was heavily involved in the book and I wanted to read the book. So there were times I would go to the school and say, my daughter has an appointment. I need to get her out of school. And yeah, I was a terrible, terrible mother. This is before I got clean. And I would check her out of school. And then we would go like to a library, to a park, to WSU, sit down and read the books. Yes, we did. We absolutely did that. And that gave us a great bond, a really great bond, And when my mom got sick with cancer, she made sure to order us the final book in the series in March. She was given like 6 months. She got diagnosed when did she get diagnosed? She got diagnosed in February. And so she didn't know if she was going to be around in July when the last book came out. So she ordered us the special edition book. And she was still alive when it came out. So me and my daughter went to the midnight book release, a midnight book release. I think it was at Borders, which no longer exists. So yeah, I'm dated here, people. I'm dated, which is like a Barnes and Noble. And there were people standing in line down the street like it was Black Friday waiting for this book. They were dressed in wizard clothes. They were playing wizard chess, sitting on the sidewalk. Everybody was waiting for this book to come out. And it was so much fun. You know, it was so much fun. For a book, people, this, now, mind you, I come from the time where you sit outside and wait for concert tickets, because that was before the whole online ordering and credit card ordering hundreds of tickets and then scalping them. You know, so tickets sold out in like an hour, 30 minutes, but they didn't sell out in like 5 minutes like they do today. They didn't sell out in 60 seconds like they do today. That didn't happen. Back in the day, you actually had a chance to get tickets. And because a lot of us didn't have credit cards, we had cash to pay for our tickets, and we'd wait for days in line, because the closer you were up in the line, the better chance you had at getting tickets, because people could call in and order tickets still. It just, they were waiting for a book. A book. You understand? A book? That's awesome. That is so awesome, you know. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So I will always have a soft spot in my heart for Harry Potter. That's actually how me and my husband met. I posted on the Book of Faces, "Happy birthday, Harry Potter." And he responded to that, commented on it, said, "Yeah, Harry Potter, happy birthday." And I'm like, so I responded to him, "You don't watch Harry Potter. What are you talking about?" And he goes, "I've read all 7 books." And I was like, oh, he's not a muggle. He's read the books. And that's how we started talking, was because of Harry Potter. How silly is that? You know, we had our wedding. It was a Harry Potter wedding. I'm going on and on about this. It's silly. But yeah, life is good today. So thank you guys for watching me put my makeup on and look like a human being. Yeah, see, look. This is the Urban Decay. It does not move. See? It stays pretty good. Pretty good. So, that being said, thank y'all for watching. Thanks for your support. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And I will check in with you all and put up another short. It'll be a short video because I don't know how to attach it to this one. But I will check in at 6:30 and show you how my eyes are holding up. And like I said, they do have sales with Urban Decay, and if they have it on sale for like $12, I will buy it, because that's half price, for Christ's sakes. But it is $25 for one eyeliner on Urban Decay, and it is $4.99 for Essence. This one's the Urban Decay, this one's the Essence. So I will check in later. Bye. Thanks for watching.